Hi, I'm Jeffy G. I want to introduce you to a new series. No one really knows where inspiration comes from, but for me, it could be a beat, a sample, or I might download a new virtual instrument and try it out. Maybe the sounds in there inspired me to write an entire song in 15 minutes or 30 minutes. You never know where it's going to come from, and it's not predictable. But I was thinking it would be good to share some of what I go through in that songwriting process and where the inspiration comes from. This is the first in a series of videos I plan to make called Inspirational Sounds. I happened to be on some website when I saw this information about Zither. And it's a sampler for it's a sound for decent sampler. If you don't know about decent sampler, you should go to this website and download it. It's free and it runs on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and actually iOS, which is kind of cool. So basically you download this sampler and then you can go to PianoBook to find free sampled instruments. And they're really interesting. And every time you see something, it's got the backstory, who created the sample. And the sample's usually available in a couple different formats, not just for decent sampler. It's usually available for Contact and sometimes for Logic as well. Anyway, after I downloaded it, I installed it. Logic picked it up, and it looks like this. It's kind of interesting. And this is what it sounds like. So that little melody is just something I played on my MIDI keyboard. I don't know where the inspiration came from. Those notes just seem to fit. I'll just play around with it a little bit. It's a bit drier there. So you never know whether that sound is going to be inspiring or not. But in my case, I really got into just jamming around with this crazy little song, or that melody anyway, kind of stuck in my head for a day. I ended up using it up here. Sounds like this. You get the idea. It was just inspiring, that weird Zither sound. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I may use it in a song. I may develop this idea into a full song. But that's the beauty of decent sampler, or any sampler really, is that you find new sounds, you play around with them a little bit. And in this case, I added this little piano part. And that piano part is another free PianoBook sample called Reel-to-Reel Piano. Parameters you can adjust, like the wobble or the reverb. The drum beat is pretty weird. I used Breaktweaker by Zither, which I got for like $10. About a year ago. It was on sale. There was a time where Breaktweaker was kind of leading the weird beat-making drum instrument world. I still find it really interesting. A lot of the presets are kind of cool.
If you like being in on the secret, subscribe to the channel, click on the like button, or share your comments with me.